from Titusville to Towanda, Illinois. From Rockets to Route 66. Oh, look at this. Hello. We're going to stop here. Holy cow, what is this? Good morning, everybody. 71 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius. Look at this road that I am on right now. It is known as the Mother Road. I'm rolling in to Lexington, Illinois on Route 66. And I'm just going to jog off right here for a second. I'm going to show you more, but I just want to show you this real quick because you never know how long these places are going to be here. I believe this was called the Oasis Drive-In back in the day. And now it's been kind of closed up, meaning, you know, the open area where you used to sit has now got siding and a garage has been made into it. Look at that roof. It's a little saggy, but still an old ice cream cone up top. Probably was all neon back in the days of Route 66. But look at out here. This is where you would pull in with your car and get your milkshakes on Friday nights. And man, still there, but one of those relics that are, you know, you never know how long it's going to be around. But this is Lexington, Illinois, and I just got off of Route 66 right there. I'm going to get back on it. We're going to go north another town to Chenoa, Illinois. But let's just look at, I love these little towns dotted along Route 66, but let's look up here and see if there's any more right on the road, kind of, maybe there's a gas station or something. Quiet little sleepy grain elevator downtown. The railroad tracks run through all these towns. Route 66 went along the edge of them. So this is the 100th year anniversary of Route 66. Look at that old gas station. That's cool. As I get time, I'll go explore some downtowns. But for now, I've got to get someplace. But look at this. Got a little motorcycle guy hanging up on a pole. Look at him. Wow. That's too cool. Get your kicks at Vats in Lexington. All right. Oh, yeah. These places are getting all diddied up probably for this year. Looking good. All right. Let's cruise up here and see what else they've got. Lexington, you know, I would say this is 2 hours south of Chicago. You know, maybe 100 miles, 110 miles south of Chicago. I'm going towards Chicago, but if I were going south, I'd be heading to Bloomington, Illinois, down to Springfield, down to St. Louis. So what we were on, this would have been the northbound Route 66, right over here, right there where that now a paved walking path, basically. That would have been the southbound. Oh, it's got a little bench right there. That would have been the southbound Route 66 side of it. And so that's been taken away. And out there, you can see almost out there by those windmills, that's the new freeway out there, Interstate 55, going up to Chicago, down to Bloomington, on down to St. Louis. But Right alongside of it, paralleling, is Route 66. That's what we're on right now. So they've taken northbound Route 66 and now made it a 2-lane highway. Still open, still can go between towns, but just not both sides. Usually you'll see the other side turned into a walking path or a bicycle path, something like that, that's the towns have maintained, you know. And there might even be like a little gazebo or a stopping area you can rest over there. But that's it. All right, let's see what else we can find. So this is what it feels like to be on Route 66. I've seen about one car behind me the whole time, going in between these towns 10 miles apart. And it's just a sleepy old road now. And it's coming into town right here in Pontiac, Illinois. Let's see how big Pontiac is. Oh, it's a little bigger. 11,200 people. Illinois Main Street. So downtown will be to the right. I'm going to go out here towards the freeway. But I can already see another McDonald's right here on Route 66. You've got all your eateries. This is the main road from the freeway into downtown, going that way. So we'll check that out some other time. Yeah, this is it. Town of 11,000, a little bigger than most between here and Chicago. Baby Bull's Family Restaurant. And over there is Monocle's Pizza, my favorite Central Illinois pizza place. There's the Bull right there. Look at that. And then it's taking us right out to the freeway. There's a Walmart. It's not Buc-ee's, but it's it's Central Illinois' play on Buc-ee's gas station up here. It's called Wally's. All right, and it's not a beaver. Wally is I'm drawing a blank. I want to say he's a bear of some sort. Now I've got to go over to Wally's and see what the mascot is, but it's similar, but not nearly as big as Buc-ee's is. I can see it out by the freeway behind Walmart, so we'll have to check that out sometime. We'll give Wally's a drive-by. Maybe I'll even walk around inside and see what they've got. Central Illinois is about to get blasted with some pretty harsh weather. Chicago's up that way about 2 hours, but this stuff is coming this way to Lexington. But look at this. This is pretty cool downtown Lexington. Leave your mark. Route 66. That's cool, isn't it? I like it. Might have to do that later. But for now, go eat. And these little towns have some good restaurants. This is Kemp's. And if you're from Central Illinois and you know about Lexington, Thursday nights is tenderloin night. Tenderloins are big in Illinois for some reason. So, time to get a tenderloin. Here we go. This is the tenderloin. Look at how big it is. They give you this little bun, but then the tenderloin is like twice as big. Deep fried mushrooms, deep fried cheese balls. Here we go. So we're inside of the Gridley, Illinois library, okay? Very, very nice library. Look at this place. But here's the nice part about it. Connected to it is a telephone museum here in Gridley, Illinois. Look at this. This whole place is filled with the history of the telephone. Look at that. And they've allowed us to walk through real quick and check it all out. I've never known about this. I've never seen so many phones. Look at all these rotary phones, push button phones. This is incredible. Oh, look at that. Wow. All the tools you would use if you worked on phones. Lineman. Look at that, climbing. They said they even got a switchboard in here that they would demonstrate if we wanted. They take tours of this. They have guided video you can listen to in here. Gridley, this is where we're at, Gridley, Illinois. 1,400 people in town. Look at that little diorama. Wow. Old mailboxes, look at that. Using the Gridley to 65. My little hometown had one. But we had letters instead of numbers. It was H, and then you'd come around, E, and then you'd go back to B, H-E-B, and then that would pop open our mailbox back in the day. They used that forever. Wow, we're just going to explore in this old telephone museum. Look at these insulators off of old.
I know, $3 a piece.
Oh, you can buy them, huh? Probably walked the railroad and found them.
I'd like to have
Look at
one of these for a Christmas tree. This little phone.
Oh, that's neat.
Back there and take
A peek in there. Oh, look at this.
Board, you know.
Oh, that's what she said she would show us.
Yep.
Look at this. Wow. Gotta ring it. No, it's not ringing. Wow, look at that. Needs a little bench. These must have been, you must have been able to open those at some time. Yes. Probably out of old telephone offices, switchboards.
You said this is a working keyboard.
Switchboard, yeah.
It can ring any of those phones.
Oh, they got it all hooked up, huh? Patch it in. Look at this. Oh, she didn't want us to touch it, but I'm sure you would pull this out and then patch it into whatever one you got there.
I don't know what those keys are down there.
I don't know.
I just remember
This switchboard served the Gridley area from 46 to 72. Maybe we'll have to have her show us real quick. That'd be interesting to see. Boy, these things weigh like 2 pounds.
Look at this one.
She can ring all these 105. That's what the numbers are for then.
Yeah.
Look at this one. You can pull it off the wall right there.
Did one man own
Boy,
this?
look how much wear from arms and such on those desks, corners. That's cool to notice that. A lot of oak in here. This is all beautiful oak. I think we got to see this operate. I'm going to ask her if she'll come out and show us. Wow. This is beautiful. Alexander Graham. Oh, look at that pink one. That's cool. Museum trustees, there they are.
Gridley in 89, people said, is the Gridley cheese factory still open? I said, I don't know what that is. I
What?
come here to the factory and get Gridley cheese.
Never heard of it. Oh, there's the tool to carry a telephone post. Look at these old thermometers. Huh? Gridley, they're all Gridley. Oh, look at that. That's a cool handle. Gridley Cheese Factory. What year was that, I wonder? Doesn't say. Cool. What kind of coolness overload. If you've got one of those, I'll take it. Look at that.
What's that?
These phones on the bottom.
Yeah.
Those are neat.
Oh, okay. Now I see.
Did you guys have a bag phone when they came out?
Oh,
Yeah, Dad did in the semi.
First one is
Sure.
about this big.
He was a tall dog, I bet, with that.
Oh yeah, finally got to call him on the road. And that was probably when a minute was $3 or $4 to talk to somebody, you know, when they first came out. Wow, this is really cool. I'm going to ask her if she'll show us the switchboard. Hang on, guys. I was just walking out and look at this old cash register. That is so cool. Wow. That's nice. Everything is, well, except for that, but usually everything has been labeled to tell exactly where it came from and little information about like this vault door. I thought maybe this was an old bank, but nah, they just relocated it when they built the building. A nice little story about it and what that was used for. Let me ask her. Look at that. That's so cool. Not sure what she's going to do. Let's see what she does. I think she's going to sit here and then ring that for us. Or probably ring one of these. I've never talked into one of these. That'd be so cool if it works. Oh, there's a switchboard operator right there. I had no idea we were going to stop at a telephone museum today. You just never know, do you? Met my friend here in Gridley, and he goes, "Hey, let's go check out this museum." Okay. Look at that, even got like a telephone pole in here. And there is wires running everywhere, so maybe this is how it would really work. Or maybe that's just decorative.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Merchandise?
Thank you.
There you go.
Both.
All right, tell me what you're going to do here.
Okay, well, first I'm going to plug it in.
Oh, this is powering it up, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Sparks going to fly or anything?
No, I hope not.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so...
Here we go. Can I video this?
Oh, boy, yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay, thanks.
I
I'll get your hands in it.
Okay, that's fine. So we're going to need client or participation.
Ooh. Steve, you got to help out.
He's gonna answer?
No, he has to ring it up.
Oh,
I'm not going to put this on my head, but of course this is what
Okay.
they put on their
Okay.
head.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, I want you to crank 177 for me, please.
Tell me one.
Now,
Pick it up.
no, just crank it. And then it lights up. Now you pick it up. Now you can pick it up.
Yeah.
And then I would plug him in and I would say, number, please.
Call Thelma Lowe.
Okay, well, she's at 99.
All right, I'm calling Thelma Lou.
Okay, so I would put in, where's 99? See, somebody would die before I'd get to it. And then,
Oh my gosh, I get to come over here to 99. And those are ringing. I'm going to let it ring one more time. Nope. Nope.
and then you guys can talk to each
Hello?
other.
Can you hear me?
Hello, Andy.
Hey,
Can you,
Okay.
this is Barney Five. Yeah. Is Thelma Lou over there?
can you get over?
Oh, this is so cool.
Okay, so of course, the newer time you would unplug them. But Gridley
Wow.
had 4 colors: red, blue, green, and black was white. My parents' number was 68 red.
you
Oh.
have to say red.
Yes.
Oh.
And trust me, a lot of people, so I got 2 stories for you. My parents, when they were first married, from around here, mom from Gridley, dad from Lexington, they were in Chicago and they would call home. And I remember mom telling me she got a hold of the operator and she said, I don't know what the number was, but we'll say 68 red. And the operator goes, excuse me? She goes, trust me, it's a number. My uncle was in the service. Tom Haney, you know him? Yeah. So Uncle Tom was in the service and he was out east and he was trying to get to call home. He was in a phone booth and he said, we'll say 68 red. And the operator said, excuse me? And he goes, trust me, it's a number. Ring to El Paso and then they'll put it through. Well,
Just
I
like you
guess
said.
they thought he was drunk, so they sent the MPs out. Yes. One thing I did not know, we had a guy come through yesterday and we have some women that come up here and want up to play games in the museum. And so of course one was my aunt and I said to the guy, I said, my aunt's over there. She could probably tell you more because she's lived here her whole life. And she was telling the story and where was I going with this now?
She's like a lazy Susan.
Yeah, it'll come
it'll
around.
come back
Just hang in
But
there.
yeah, so she said they really thought, oh, that's what I was going to say, is a lot of the long distance had to go through El Paso, which I
Oh.
do not know. Why? I have no idea, but that's...
How far is
that's
El
what
Paso
she
from
said.
here?
Huh?
How far is El Paso?
7 miles east.
Okay, okay.
West.
West. Wow.
My dad grew up in Cornell, Lori, and he called home from Korea and got operated, got Cornell, and he said, call short, long, short. I said, okay.
Yeah.
She knew exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah. So Smith's house.
Gotcha.
So everybody
This
was in
is-
contact with everybody back
Yeah.
then.
So this is Charlie Hubler Jr. and he was the owner manager, and you can see the dates. And of course, you notice that there's a bed. It was a 24/7, so he had to pull the bed up next to the switchboard.
And he would sleep there.
Yeah,
So
he
was
would sleep
Charlie
there.
Hubler the police officer? The Charlie
No, that's
Hubler
Charlie
the third?
Klein.
Klein. Dang.
You're getting the families
Huh.
mixed up, Steve. It's
Roberts,
okay.
Roberts.
So, and of course, if it was long distance, you had to wait, so they would have to ring you up. But it says this in the video too, that this would be the ticket. They would put the ticket in here, and it would start, and then stop, and then they would, hang it up here or whatever.
How long they talk.
For how long they talked, and that's how they got billed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. So then Roger Kaufman, who is this guy, he took it over in 1970.
Yeah. From Charlie?
Yes.
Okay.
And a little fun fact about Gridley. Gridley went in 1972 straight from switchboard to touchtone. We omitted the rotary phone. So, like I said, 90% of the museum here is phones that were based in Gridley and Gridley businesses and things like that. The back room is kind of town nostalgia history there.
Mm-hmm.
But so, and fun fact, Gridley was one of the first towns to go to touch-tone before a lot of the other ones. I'm trying to think another fun fact about us.
Here's
Lori, if they wanted to
telephone book, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
So-and-so is.
Yeah.
Yes, because we're open
34 blue,
Wednesday
yellow.
through Friday. I always tell people to come on Thursday when Dee Perry's here because she is by far the best tour guide. She's our local historian, and she can give you all kinds of wonderful knowledge. And so another fun fact, that Gridley has one of maybe 3, but only one in central of the United States working switchboard.
This is neat too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that's all preserved. We're gonna be scooting here
Okay.
later, so but we just thought since you're open, we pop in and just see.
So those phones there with the dial, those were direct to direct. The
Oh.
1890s.
I gotcha.
Those were person to person, and you would move the dial, and then you would ring for whatever the number you needed. Like if you did 11, you would put it to 1, and then you would ring it maybe 2 times
Oh,
for 10 and 11. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. So
I've never seen any with dials on them like that.
And it was funny because we had a telephone guy that came in, and he had
Where's the
heard of
batteries?
them and knew about them, but he'd never seen them. So he thought that was really cool that we had 2 of them.
Very cool.
That is. Big old batteries.
I did, and it's ready to go.
Rogers, Polk, Kaufman. There he is, right there, I guess. He's the collector of all these phones. First pair of pants. Look at those little guys. General store. Oh, restaurant. Oh, wow, $200 reward back then. Oh, the old shoe size. Yeah, look at that. Foot sizer. I like this parrot. All right. Well, let's dip out. That was a great little impromptu tour, wasn't it? So if you're ever in Gridley, Illinois, which I don't know why you would be, but it's not too far off of Route 66. Stop in, check this out, take the tour. Look at this. We're, 10 miles off of Route 66. But that was crazy. This is downtown, man. Look at this. This is it. Steve's leaving right now. This is downtown Gridley. Blink and you missed it. See you, buddy. There he goes. But we just went into the public library. Steve needed to pick up a book on poetry. And right here is the Telephone Museum. Beautiful building, wasn't it? But he said right here is a brewery, but it's not open until the weekends. So good old water tower. All the towns around here have their own water tower. That's a cool one. What's that one say? My hand's in the way. Gridley, 1856, I believe. I probably can zoom in a little tighter to verify that. Sleepy little grain town, farm town. But that's it. Let's roll back to Route 66. Not much left of their downtown. I bet that one time, though, it ran the whole distance here, and there was probably buildings all along here. But it's nice to see these two preserved. All right, we're heading out, but that's the post office right here on the corner of Gridley. 61744 is their zip code. Heating and plumbing, library, telephone museum. Got a little insurance shop. Gridley, 1856. A nice little mural right there. Look at that. See, I thought this would be the main street, but I guess not. But this is the brewery, and they don't have it opened right now. Funky is the name of it, and I wanted to see if they had a t-shirt. That'd been kind of a funky t-shirt to get. Gridley Telephone Company. Man, Gridley's all about telephones. Gridley Welding Shop. That's it. Let's see what else they got up here. A lot of these little farm towns have these grain elevators right along the railroad tracks. So look at this. This is the grain elevators that would be loading and unloading, probably mostly loading onto grain elevators. And so the trains would come through here, get loaded up with their grain, the beans and corn, whatever the farmer has brought in from the fields. But boy, this town's got a lot of drying bins, elevators right there. Look at that. And there's the trains right there getting loaded up. Let me see if I can video that for you. Yeah, look at that. So eventually they'll get loaded up and pulled away, and here we go. Look at that all the way down. No trains coming right now. Perfect day today. It's up to 44 degrees, 7 degrees Celsius. But you can hear the drying. Corn and beans come in wet from the fields, and then they put them in those elevators to bins to dry. That way you get all the moisture out of the crops. Look at this little cool gas station. Oh yeah, look at this. Little bar restaurant called Fat Albert's. Look at that, a little filling station here on the corner. That's nice. We're gonna go Standard Oil. That's really cool. There's Fat Albert's, home of the Fat Burger. Huh, how about that? Old Budweiser sign. And we are out of here. This is a pretty cool place back here. Look at this. I'm at my friend's house. Nice woodsy area. They live up here. Boy, it's perfect back here. Quiet. I've been out on this little river on a canoe and kayak several times. Looks a little low right now. It's not flowing very fast. 44 degrees, 6 degrees Celsius right now. Did a lot of thrift store shopping with Mom today. Central Illinois. Got some goodies. Look at that book. I think I might have showed that earlier at the store, but that'll be a fun one to go through. Get some ideas on Some home decor. And here's another one just titled Home. Like I said, if I only get one idea out of these books, I think the hardback was $2. I think the softback was $1.50. So that's not too bad. And then Mom saw a record stack, so I went over there. And boy, these are all in good condition. Henry Mancini, look at that. That'll be fun. There's Diamond Head right there. Waikiki. Been there. Got another one. But I pulled all the records out and they are perfect condition. Look at this one. Maybe I showed this one, I don't know. Penthouse Dance Party. I have no idea what's going to be on this one. Look at that. Acapulco. Huh, that'll be fun. A couple more. Oh, here's a more modern one. DeBarge. Rhythm of the Night. That's probably the popular song you've heard before. And look at this one. This was an impulse buy. I'm not even going to show it to you right away. But when I turn this around, I have no idea that he made this record. Look at this. What? Colonel Sanders just kicking it, leaning up against a tree with a family eating a box of chicken. So tender, so tasty. It's finger licking good. KFC. Look at that. Colonel Sanders Tijuana Picnic. Man, I had to get it just for the cover. I have no... Potato salad. Baked beans, coleslaw. Bean salad rolls, potatoes. Taste of honey. Lonely Bull. Look at that. El Toro. Tijuana Taxi. This is going to be good. I can't wait. So there's my haul. That's my haul from today. Boy, it's so quiet back here. I don't know where the bald eagle nest is. It's somewhere back here. Maybe tomorrow I can walk over and look up and see it, but it's got to be huge. But I guess they had babies, and they've hatched. You've got a tree stand right there. So that'll be interesting to see where the bald eagle nest is and how big that really is. Boy, is this nice or what? I hear geese off in the distance honking. Can you hear them? Here they come. Oh, here they come. Here they are. Here they are. Wow. There they go. All right. Let's do this all again tomorrow, shall we? Have a good night.